Perry away from Blackhawks for foreseeable future. By Tracey Myers. At @Tremyers_NHL, NHL.com staff writer. November 26, 2023. Chicago Corey Perry is away from the Chicago Blackhawks and will remain so for the foreseeable future, General Manager Kyle Davidson said Saturday. The 38-year-old forward has not played the past 2 games and did not practice with the team this week. Asked if the decision was due to a potential trade, Davidson said, I think to start ruling anything out, I think is irresponsible, so I'm just going to not comment on any possible outcome. Perry's agent, Pat Morris, said in a statement, Corey Perry has stepped away from the Chicago Blackhawks to attend to personal matters. Corey and his family appreciate privacy at this time. Perry did not take warm-ups and was a healthy scratch in the Blackhawks' 7-3 loss to the Columbus Blue Jackets on Wednesday due to an organizational decision, coach Luke Richardson said following the game. He did not practice with the Blackhawks on Thursday and was scratched for their 4-3 overtime win against the Toronto Maple Leafs on Friday. We're taking it just like any other roster move, whether it be injury or trade or whatever, Richardson said. That's the coach's duty, is to make adjustments on the fly. I thought Friday night was obviously a great showing by our team. I thought the older guys really pushed the guys to stay on track, especially as we got older in the game and got going better. I think you saw that with Jason Dickinson, hat trick, and Nick Foligno's efforts, especially up front, locking down probably one of the best lines in hockey, Austin Matthews, and adding 3 goals. So that's a pretty strong leadership path to follow. Perry has 9 points, 4 goals, 5 assists, and 16 games, tied for 4th on the Blackhawks behind Connor Bedard, 17 points, Philip Kurashev, 12, and Dickinson, 11. He's a big part of what we're doing here, so it's unfortunate, Foligno said. We don't know more than that, so I'm not going to comment further, but as far as this room, he's a big part of it. He's well loved and we'll miss him. Acquired by the Blackhawks from the Tampa Bay Lightning for a 7th-round pick in the 2024 NHL Draft on June 29, Perry signed a 1-year, $4 million contract with Chicago the next day. The Blackhawks brought in Perry, along with forwards Foligno and Taylor Hall, who were acquired from the Boston Bruins on June 26, to help their rookies and young players this season. Hall will miss the rest of the season following ACL surgery on his right knee, which Davidson said is scheduled for Monday in Minnesota. The 32-year-old forward had 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists, and 10 games this season. Davidson said he isn't worried about what the young team could lose in the absence of veteran players. There's been a significant growth in the group as a collective, he said. We did bring some players in, but we had some strong leaders already here. It's just a collective leadership group that's going to continue in the future. I've been really happy with how the collective group has been led so far, and I trust that they will do so moving forward. You look to some of the older veterans that have been around and have been added that are in that locker room right now, and I have no fear that there's enough quality leadership to carry this forward. Davidson also wasn't sure if the Blackhawks will acquire another player to fill the void on the roster. It's not an easy thing to do just to add on the fly, especially this early in the season, Davidson said. There are probably other teams that would be far more aggressive than us in trying to add talent if we were to look at that. It's not something I'm looking at right now. The number 28 pick by the Anaheim Ducks in the 2003 NHL Draft, Perry has 892 points, 421 goals, 471 assists, in 1,273 games with the Ducks, Dallas Stars, Montreal Canadiens, Lightning, and Blackhawks. He won the Stanley Cup with the Ducks in 2007 and the Hart Trophy as NHL Most Valuable Player in 2010-11, when he had 98 points, 50 goals, 48 assists, and 82 games with Anaheim. He just carries so much weight with the experiences he's had in his career, Foligno said. What he's seen, what he's accomplished. He's kind of done it all when you look at his career, right? He's been a top-line guy, he's been a role player, he's won awards. So when he speaks, it carries a lot of weight. Guys really gravitate toward him because he's a great guy to be around, loves the game, and especially at his age. He loves coming to the rink. It's a good lesson for everybody. It's going to be hard not having him around.